So I've uploaded a number of videos in which people trying to drive without a license get busted by the police. And in the comments section, somebody's posted this PDF, which contains a whole bunch of quotes from court cases, which they claim proves that you can drive without a license. So I'm thinking this might be a good idea for some videos. Just go case by case and try to debunk this whole right to travel thing.
But it seemed to carry a sense of strength that those of us in the Patriot movement are not used to. I mean, I made 16 appearances in court on traffic tickets and went to jail 4 times. Lost every single appearance that I made in court, pleading every argument that the Patriot community had coughed up over the last 10 years. I used a different one in every case. I have the right to travel, Your Honor. Right. Guilty.
Now, that's the oldest right to travel video I've been able to find. It's John Quaid speaking about some of his attempts at driving without a license. It seems to be from the mid-1990s, and it refers to the Patriot movement. And so right there you can get a pretty good sense of how long this has been going for. You know, at least since the 70s, I'd say. People have been trying to drive without a license, unsuccessfully, as John Quaid says in the video clip. From there, it migrates to north to Canada, where you see people like Robert Menard and Dean Clifford trying to drive without a license, in many cases citing United States court decisions to support their position. Also being unsuccessful. For example, Dean Clifford, who I just mentioned, just finished a 16-month stay in jail for charges relating to driving without a license, and currently awaiting sentencing. So let's get into this. Right at the top of the page, U.S. Supreme Court says no license necessary to drive automobile on public highways / streets. U.S. Supreme Court and other high court citations proving that no license is necessary for normal use of an automobile of common ways. And here's where the quote begins. The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but a common right which he has under his right to life, liberty, and his pursuit of happiness. Let's see here. Thompson v. Smith 154 SE 579. So let's go look it up. Now, Thompson v. Smith pretty much is one of favorite cases. Right to travel people, sovereign citizens like to refer to. And it's great because Google Scholar actually has the full court decision up on Google Scholar. So let's read. So what's this case about? Thompson had a permit to drive in the city of Lynchburg and was convicted twice of speeding. Now, this is what the case is about. On the second time he was caught speeding and convicted, the judge tried to revoke his permit to drive, but the law only allows the judge to revoke the permit if you've been convicted 3 times in 1 year. Now, they tried to charge him with driving without a permit for the 3rd time, but that doesn't stick since he still had a permit. However, the judge said that they couldn't convict him, but told the cop, the chief of police, to tell him that his permit was being revoked, and he wasn't given a reason. Now, this is what Thompson is complaining about. He's arguing that the chief of police did not have the right to cancel his permit, or I guess what would now be his driver's license. because it's a delegation of legislative power to an administrative officer. Now here's what the court decided. That portion of the ordinance here in question, which authorizes the chief of police to revoke the permit of any driver who in his opinion becomes unfit to drive an automobile, is void because it delegates powers essentially legislative to an administrative officer. So that's what this case is about. It's not that you don't need a driver's license to drive. It's that the chief of police in this city was not allowed to cancel anybody's driver's license just because he felt like it. But more important is the quote on paragraph 6, which goes directly against the claim that this case supports the argument that you don't need a driver's license. Quote, "The right of a citizen to travel and transport property and to use the ordinary and usual conveyances of the day may under the police power be regulated by the city in the interests of public safety and welfare, but the city may not arbitrarily or unreasonably prohibit or restrict it." So that's the famous Thompson v. Smith, which is so often quoted by right-to-travel people. If you actually read the case, it actually states that cities have the right to require permits to use the roads. This is actually a case from 1930. So nowadays, instead of permits by the city, it's licenses by the state. So this court case, which Supreme Court of Virginia, actually goes against the claim that you don't need a driver's license.